Last time on Dragon Ball Z. Also, we found the Fumo first, so can we get it back? Something about tacos? Oh, she wants to try them? Wait, you've never had Cultist tacos before? You poor soul. Go ahead. Silver Ash has been the launch 6-star cornerstone that carried everyone at least once, but recently his map sweep where he Silver Ashes everywhere and says it's swingin' time has been under threat by an old horseman that does nothing but read a newspaper. This first talent is already pretty powerful, where redeploying operators is important, so stuff like contingency contract or 1P relays. 10% off cooldown doesn't sound like a lot, but it can shave an easy 6 to 7 seconds off your timings for redeployment, so yeah, it's pretty big. His second talent reveals invisible enemies in his range, which seems like a small niche not many operators have, but like his first talent, it's extremely impactful, specifically in maps like CC Beta or CC Barrenland. Yes, I am a living AK fossil and remember these players. The invisible enemies were pretty menacing. Silver Ash's reveal for beta specifically made everyone not die to the Originium tile buffed invisible caster that comes out with the Red Avenger at the end. Barrenland made almost every menacing enemy invisible, and SA with his reveal made the shifter and ambusher stall possible. I'm pretty sure we've all used his third skill at some point. It mega buffs his attack but makes his defense paper, so be sure to awk him before turning on the skill. The skill allows him to target 6 enemies and he gets expanded range, which allows him to safely slash from a distance without taking any direct hits. His second talent is also applied on the expanded range, so SA gets a huge reveal range for the duration of the skill. This skill is what made SA able to be in practically every CC comp. Even outside of CC, Silver Ash was used consistently in low operator records before Blue Woman came around. Big damage with big range with easy hella drop made him extremely versatile to sweep all the troublesome enemies. But now HG took his Silver Slash and made a golden version of it. Mlynar is a guard you can't search up in wikis because his name has a special character in it. Nice one. He's a Liberator, meaning he doesn't attack off skill and linearly increases his attack for 40 seconds. His first talent just straight up increases his attack and increases it some more if there are 3 or more enemies around him. It also gives him damage reduction if there's enemies near him. Already, a free 10% attack skill buff is very scary. The extra 5% attack and 15% damage reduction when there are enemies around him are nice, but it's a bit situational since you need to do some map planning in order to maximize that part of the talent. Mlynar's second talent increases his taunt level and makes all Casimir's operators reflect true damage equal to a portion of his attack. He has the stats to tank a lot, so you shouldn't really be worried about him dying in general content. It can actually be used to save your other ops who don't have the HP pools to soak shots with a nice reflect for a bit of extra damage on the side. While this talent is for drawing enemy aggro, obviously, it can be punishing in cases where you don't want Mlynar to tank. Even though he has extremely beefy stats, in places like CC where the enemies are cracked beyond your imagination and one-shot your ops, it might be hard to find a safe tile for Mlynar to not get shot at. You probably don't have to worry about this if you're not using him to his maximum potential, but the talent can be a double-edged sword, forcing you to plan around it. Mlynar's S3 is a bit complicated, but it's really stupid. It doubles his trait effect and scales his attacks even further on 5 enemies in his range. If enemies in his range are attacked by Casimir's ops, they'll get dealt additional true damage equal to a portion of Mlynar's attack. For every enemy Mlynar himself kills, it'll reduce his attack ramp trait by a bit. Because of how AK math works, at max attack stacks, Mlynar deals over 4,000 physical damage, which is almost double Silver Ash's attack. So yeah, the old horse guy wins. You might think that the condition that makes Mlynar lose attack stacks if he kills enemies could give Silver Ash an edge, but no. The loss is only a measly 87 attack per kill, so it's basically irrelevant unless you're doing something stupid like fighting the LS4 slugs. What's even worse is that his skill has much lower downtimes than Silver Ash with basically the same amount of uptime. Also, he has an 11 DP cost. Also, his defense stats don't get nerfed when the skill is up. There's a couple of things you can't use Mlynar for though. The first thing is blocking, since he has 0 block off skill. The second thing is that he doesn't do basic attacks, but this usually doesn't matter because you'll have someone covering for him off skill anyways. The third skill is a bit more important, which is Helladrop. Silver Ash only needs 15 seconds to get his skill up from deployment, but Mlynar needs 22. Comparing the two directly, Mlynar deals a lot more damage and has some true damage application with Casimir's ops, and he has consistent cycling, basically killing main Silver Ash usage. SA still has his niche aspects such as the Invis reveal, the redeployment cooldown, and Helladrop, but it's kinda sad to see him get directly power crept like this. So, how were they? Dude, I don't know what's the secret ingredient either. If I did, I'd be making these every day. Oh, you only needed energy to get back to your dimension? Well, I'm glad the tacos helped. Hellagur is a washed up, old, and almost retired Musha guard. The archetype can't be healed through normal means, so the only way they can consistently regenerate HP is through hitting enemies. His first talent, like with all Mushas, increases his attack speed based on how much HP he doesn't have. As I've mentioned before in one of the previous guard analysis videos, this talent can be a bit finicky at which HP threshold you should leave Hellagur at, since his attacks innately heal him. His second talent makes him heal 60 HP per second when not blocking enemies, which in most cases is good for his survivability. Even though Hellagur's flashy skill is his third, the skill that's used more often is his second, which increases his attack and makes his attacks deal 2 hits. He will also get a very nice 75% physical dodge, which may or may not put you in RNG hell. Hellagur was the OG lane holder before Blaze even existed. It was used in Barrenland 28 to kill the very scary casters that come out at the top. Hellagur was able to grind through a lot of enemies in the past, and he still can now, but you usually have your more versatile options like Thorns or Mountain. He can withstand stat checks better than your general lane holders, but those cases where he's needed are very rare, and his single block might be the cause of a couple leaks. Overall, Hellagur is washed, and we need to keep hoping that the Musha module will bring him back from retirement and into an actual roster. It's nice that everything worked out in the end. We didn't even have to resort to violence. I'm sure you could have outgunned her with your massive arsenal. Oh, there's a third Fumo in here, with the note on its back. It says, "Gift from Amilla." Yeah, that was really nice of her. But also, do you really need 3 Fumos? I mean, as long as you stop spending the treasury on expensive plushies, I guess I'll take it.